It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from App Stupid Studios. It's been a great Tuesday here in the Midwest. Had a great time today. Shout out to everybody who's rocking with us. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe button. It goes a long way on the channel and we appreciate it. So much love and shout out to you. Recap, we talked monsters of the Midway. Are they a thing? Because they really saved the debut of Caleb Williams. It was not pretty in the opener in Chicago, but that defense showed up in a very big way against the Tennessee Titans. Then we talked some Atlanta. What the flock? Kirk Cousins stunk the joint up. He looked slow. He looked out of it at times. I mean, it was bad. You could possibly see Michael Penix a little earlier if he continues to have those kind of outings. Then talk some Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys, new year, new look team, somewhat reunited with Ezekiel Elliott, and they still look good. Went in there, faced Cleveland, at Cleveland, and really beat them up. Had their way with the NFL's #1 defense. Then we talked about the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are possibly in trouble. They struggled. They had to come back against Arizona. Of all teams, Arizona in Orchard Park. That wasn't pretty. And could this be a sign of things to come? So make sure you go ahead and check all of that out. I'm going to pivot from that. Going to talk some Jets football. And you all know how I feel about this man right here. It's well documented on the channel. I think that Aaron Rodgers is a piece of trash. However, all the things that he was doing and that horrendous that injury he suffered last year and last night against San Francisco, he looked really old. He looked really old. The first half of that game was atrocious. It was almost like listening to the color commentary. They were begging him on Monday Night Football. They were begging them to do something. And then the fact that they had Tyrod Taylor come in at the end, I was like, no, he needs to play. He needs to start getting these passes, these completions, these attempts. It was an abysmal day. And that's not to take away anything from the 49ers, because I think that with the 49ers, you had more questions than you had answers. They were field goal happy. Not gonna hold you. They were field goal happy. But for everything Aaron Rodgers kept saying, if you're not ready to win in this building, you don't need to be here. He was calling press conferences for no reason to talk about absolutely nothing. And it was like they babied him and they coddled him. And this was the best that you got? Really? This was the best that you got? And it looked like he's on his last legs, to be honest with you. Just how much? We'll get into that when we come back from a quick 20. From an unofficial sponsor of the show, this is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Yes, BK, have it your way, because you rule. Order online, download the app, or visit the good folks at your local Burger King. BK, have it your way, because you rule. So when we go over last night, the Jets, they got beat up through the air. Now, that's the one expertise in that area where he specializes. And the fact that they, as a totality, had 198 yards. This is between two guys. Aaron Rodgers only threw for 167 yards. This guy is used to throwing 35 to 37 times a game. He only had 21 reps. Okay, let's stop the train. This guy is used to throwing 35 to 38 times a game. He only had 21 reps. What were they waiting on? And again, this is football for dummies. When you're of an advanced age like him and you tear your ACL, you are not mobile. And that's what it looks like when he had to scramble for -1 yards. Again, he just looked old last night. And here it is. You put Tyrod Taylor in. Tyrod Taylor moves the ball. He goes 6 of 8 for 36 yards and a touchdown. The game was out of reach then. And then they had the nerve to pan the cameras over there and clap. And Aaron Rodgers is over there clapping like, yes, thank you for helping us win. I'm like, what? The Jets are a bad team. They are still a bad team. I don't care what anybody says. 14 first downs through that whole game. It was 16-7 at the half. The Jets got goose-egged in the second quarter. They didn't do jack diddly dick in the second quarter. Only to go ahead and get that touchdown at the end from Tyrod Taylor, and then Aaron Rodgers threw a touchdown, but then these field goal attempts botched. I don't know how Robert Saleh keeps his job, really, at the end of the year. It was just like going for it on 4th down. Again, you didn't make it. It was just one of those things. He's getting sacked everywhere. They got fumble losses. Aaron Rodgers throws a pick. They only held on to the ball for 21 minutes. They could have made that more entertaining. But again, did he look old? And we'll go back and dig into the weeds when we come back from a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern promoting another rap album this month. Currency and DJ Fresh, The Tonight Show, the sequel, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on here is Next One with Larry June, State of Course with Paul Wall, Neighborhood Superstar with Payroll Giovanni, Ethereum, First and 15th, and many more. In stores now. Yes, in stores now. Make sure you go get that Currency, The Tonight Show Part 2. I was banging that this weekend. I love that. I love that. So when you look at Breece Hall, he didn't have 55 yards of rushing and having 16 touches. He's got to get anywhere from 20 to 24 touches. You've got to incorporate the run somewhere. I just didn't see that. And then even Tyrod Taylor had 7 yards on his one attempt when he called his own number. Then you get Braylon Allen down there. Braylon Allen had 8 yards and everything. As much as they want to make out of Lazard, I thought Allen Lazard was serviceable. And you can tell they're singling one guy out and then they're trying to get him a lot of touches. Garrett Wilson, same way. You know, no one wide receiver had over 90 yards. It was just a bad game for the Jets. And this dude looks severely old. And so there he is. There's your warrior. There's the guy who you said couldn't miss. This is the dude who got guys to leave teams that pretty much they had guaranteed money on and had a good position with the team and could have made some deep playoff runs, only to get there in San Francisco and just stink it up. Between this game and the Patriot tightwads and the Bungles, the toilet bowl, this was one of the worst games this weekend that concluded Monday night. This was awful. This was awful. Just atrocious. However, I may have it wrong. The good folks of New Jersey, get at me. Let me know. This is Big Vern. I had a nice time and we'll see you next week.